What was your experience like for the event?
Oh, I was telling my husband about it today, and I was like, I didn't know exactly what I was going to walk into. And so I just knew it was a good thing to do. And then I had a paper due yesterday for my last paper for one of my classes. So I had 6 pages to finish. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, but something told me you got to be on this call. And I'm like, fine, I'll do the call. I'll do the call. And so I got online into the call. And so I didn't regret it one bit. And see everything as because I talk to God all the time. And I'm like, whatever you need me to do, just show me. We'll do it. We'll take care of it. Whether I agree with it or not, as long as I have peace through it all, I'll be fine. So I really liked what you're doing. You like inspired me in a sense of that what you do, it's possible to do it. And so I was surprised that you said it was the first time you had done this. And so I was like, you looked very experienced in that area and very professional. And yeah, so it was really great. I seriously do have 4 pages of notes on there just while you were talking. But yeah.
Yeah, it is my first time doing an online event like that. I'm used to doing things in person.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm moving into the online space because I just think that you can reach more people like that, especially minorities. And yeah, but what specific moment was your favorite part?
Let me see. I was writing it down. For one, I like how you gave us like where you were like the exercise to start off, to like the icebreaker. And I was
Mm-mm.
like, that's really neat that it's so easy to just to do anywhere, really. Even yourself, whether you're alone or not just necessarily in a group. And then through it all, you were educating through it. Like after you said it, you were like I have here, like yawning digest the stress. I never thought of it like that. You know what I mean? It's okay. I always saw yawning as like a negative thing. Ah, I'm tired. My body needs something. Like I'm not giving it enough, or I'm not sleeping enough, or even though I don't feel sleepy. And then when before we started, we talked in like subgroups or whatever it's called, and so then I talked to Bernadette. So she was the one that was talking to me. And she was like, when I was sharing my side, I was saying about be still. So, like, I told her, I was like, it's a moment that God has been reminding me these last couple months to be still. When I go to sleep and I get that anxiety, it's be still. Like, while you rest, I will take care of it. And so then when we got on the call back with you, you had talked about being still, and then someone else had mentioned about being still. So then I was like, okay. And then I think the fact that you make the person feel so good about in that moment, I was like, I could see so much benefit for anybody doing the coaching with you, because it gives you that like you gave so much in such a small amount of time, in the sense of like encouragement and sense of education. And then like I said, just little things that you did that actually were huge, like the exercises, even that moment of calming down. I didn't fully get to embrace it because again, I'm a note taker. So I'm like, okay, I need to know. So I jotted notes. I started and then I started jotting notes of how you were talking through it for to us. And so and you said to invite the Holy Spirit, and it says love on your inner child. So I was like, I never really thought of it. And you said seeing that inner child next to you or sitting on your lap. And that's where I stopped. And that's when I started writing notes, because I was like, for one, that was a little hard for me. I was like, because when I think of my inner child, I protect my inner child because of trauma. So bringing that inner child out or thinking of myself as a young child, I don't want to talk to that child right
Hmm.
now because it's been difficult, right? And it's a process I've been dealing with. And that was a big one. I was like, that is awesome that I could use what you gave in that moment and eventually work on it at home in my life in any time that I feel, to eventually get to a point where I can look back and love the inner child without feeling that trauma, and that to get through that healing. Yeah, there's a lot, but yeah.
No, that's helpful. Thank you for sharing. I was wondering about the time. If was it too short? Was it too long?
No,
That
I think time was great. Yeah, I thought your timing was good, the 2 hours.
okay. What
Yeah.
about the community? Did you feel embraced?
Yeah, I talked to Bernadette. Bernadette was great. She was shy. Of course, she had shared with me. It's hard for her, but it's easier because it was just me and her in the group. And so I was like, but even through talking to her, I felt really encouraged. I was like, it's a really good person. Whoever she is, that's a really great person. And so I felt encouraged by that. And then made me happy to see her talk at the once we were back in the group. I was like, that's really awesome that she was able to talk, and because you visually see instant improvement in somebody.
Yeah, she did. She was taking that moment. Like I felt like that moment was like her saying like I'm going to take courage and because we're all here, I'm going to do it because I feel safe enough to do it here. So, I'm glad she
Yeah,
did.
yeah, because it's big to have a safe space, and I think you did. There was with the other people, there was a big sense of safe space, even though it was online, which is crazy because it's an online thing. You don't think it gets that personable, but it really does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for that.